If you don't know what this is, well, hold on. You're about to know. This is one of the most iconic toolboxes that has ever hit the market. It has changed so many ways about how people do work, how easy it is, and how toolboxes are designed. Hang on, everybody. This is Lift Free and Tool On. My name's Brent. Let's get into it. In 2002, Ryobi was looking to change the game, and you know what? That's exactly what they did. Around Christmas time, somewhere around November, they released the Ryobi 6-pack. Now, this is an all-in-one workstation with all the tools that you need to build something. From the outside, it doesn't look like much, but if we open it up, it's going to blow your mind. After you retract the handle, you pop these two clips, you pull this up, and you have yourself a battery-powered 8 1/4 inch chop saw. Check this thing out. It's awesome. This is one of the first of its kind. It hosts a 40-tooth blade, standard, that comes from Ryobi, right? We're not stopping there. Right here, you pull this down, and this is when the magic happens. Now, this is pretty awesome up top, but right here, down below, you've got a mighty 18-volt Sawzall. This thing is awesome. You have a zip cutter. This is a rotary zip cutter. This is where you plunge and you cut into things. You've got your drill driver. Now this looks pretty worn, right? It's been used. And then you have your 5.5 inch circular saw. Never used, blade never even put on it. And they've got some goodies down below it. Then in the back, now check this out. This does have straps holding this all in, so stuff's not going to fly around when you move it. You've got your 18-volt spotlight. Going up to the next one, this is your accessories. This is what helps you out. You got your extra batteries, you got your charger. In here, you have a storage bin. This is for your catch for the sawdust for your saw up top or whatever you need to put in there. You do have your cord, you have storage, you have a couple more accessories here, and then, not to be too hidden, well, you have your extension arms for the chop saw up top. Now down at the bottom you actually have blade storage in here and here. So they are fully utilizing this, and then back in this little corner, this is hard to find. You never find these, but this one was never taken out, probably because it was so hidden back in there. We have the original paperwork for the entire set. Isn't that awesome? All the booklets for all the tools. One of the things that I want to highlight, as soon as you drop the door, well, they're utilizing this space right here too. These are all supposed to be your drill bits right through here. You have your driver bits right through there. Pedal bits through here are spade bits. You have some extensions that are supposed to go there. Then you have some just miscellaneous storage that can go in here. When you close it up, you got a lock space right there. Now, whenever you lock these over here, you push that down, you can lock that there too. So you can keep it as a hermetic device as well. There are some awesome practical things that go into here. Now this is backwards compatible, right? So they made all the new batteries actually fit this old system, and I have batteries right here. This is a brand new battery. In fact, it's the latest battery. It's the HP batteries, but it doesn't matter because we can still use them. All we do is we snap it in. Look at that, it cuts just fine. Let's grab a 2x4. Now this is a pressure treated 2x4. Let's see how it does cutting it. This saw is no joke. It actually works just fine. But it's not a one-trick pony. If you see right here, you got a lever. We're going to pull that up, and that's going to turn the angle. And look how smooth that is. Even after almost 20, well, it's been more than 20 years. Man, I'm getting old. What set this whole thing apart is the 1+ system. You take this one battery, and it fits them all. Whenever you flip the saw over, you have this great working surface. Now you're probably wondering, well, how big is it? So let me just tell you how big it is. It is 20 inches by 20 inches, which is a nice working surface, especially for a mobile working area. Now, for the tool right here, all you need to do, this is a toolless blade change. You just pull up on that lever. We're gonna stick that back in there. And there you go. Being able to have a surface that you can hold things down on. Now look at this. There's a raised ridge. You can just hold that down right there. You can just saw away. These blue and yellow tools are the tools that made Ryobi famous. These lithium-ion 1+ batteries are what made Ryobi a legend. Now, this drill right here, I have admired for many, many years. It doesn't look like much to a lot of you, but to the trained eye, take a close look right here. What do you see? First of all, we have storage bits right there. Make sure the chuck is the type that you can actually hold and pull. You have 24 chuck selections, and that's the power for the chuck. You have 2 different speeds right through here. And look at this right here. This is a level that is extremely important, especially if you're trying to drill a straight hole. Not everybody is on a drill press all the time, but not to be bested. Look at this. Do you see that right there? That is an eye level. And whenever you're drilling, to make sure that you are completely level, well, you'll make sure that that's right in the middle, and you can just drill straight down. Now, that actually comes out, believe it or not. So you can set this and make sure that whatever wood you're on is level as well. Look how nice that plastic looks still under there. This hasn't been off. These tools were very popular amongst woodworkers because of the selection of power. Whenever you're working with wood, you don't always need drill or the heaviest power. But it really does help that you can lay down power if needed. And this thing still is putting out the power without any issues at all. Now, we have had brushed motors far longer than we've had brushless motors, and let me tell you, these can still crank a lot of power out. We cannot forget about one of the most important features of this drill. It has a magnetic plate right there. One of the things you probably didn't expect is these Rotary Zip Tool. Now you're probably asking, what is that even good for? Well, this is great for plunge cutting, especially for outlets and things like that. But there is one really good attachment that comes in here. Right here, this is the Rotary Tool Zip. This is the guide. This is a circle guide for it. Now, why do you think that this is important? Well, I tell you this. Check this out. All you have to do is you spin these two apart, just like that. This goes on here, and this may be hard to see, but I'm going to do the best that I can. Look, that fits perfectly inside of there. We're just going to hold that. This goes on to the end of it. This spins, just like so. Now listen, this is perfectly attached to here, but we have a great radius that we can use. Now this sets the size of the hole that you want. Now let's say we just need a small size hole, so all we have to do is find your hole wherever that's going to be. We'll turn this on. Just like so, we're going to plunge. The guide, it actually goes through the drywall down here. I mean, look at that. This is an invaluable tool when you need it the most. Whoever designed and made this really had to have great knowledge of all the things that you do whenever you're doing home improvement, especially drywall cutouts for electrical, woodwork. But the one thing that I would say is that somewhere along the line, something got missed. And if you watch some of the videos in the past that I've made, actually a few years ago, I talk about the blue tools and where the big miss was, and that was the batteries. These tools had the power, but they really needed the juice to back up the power. Can you see me okay? How's the lighting? But even with the lights they have right here, now this one was converted to an LED. Originally it would have been just a typical incandescent bulb, but the person I bought this from had forethought and he wanted to make the light better, so he kept it and made it better. Take a look at how beautiful this circular saw is. This has never been used. This is original. Now, who I got this from, he was a homeowner, but he didn't do a lot of home projects that would require this type of tool. But just take a look at how beautiful this is. Now, this does have onboard tools, so all we have to do is pull that out, and it works fantastic. And I'm going to put the original blade that came with this system in. Now, they don't come with it these days, but used to, you would get a guide. This is a nice little fence for rip cuts. And if you look right here, it already has the spring tensioned lock bolt right there. And all you do is you slide this through. We're going to loosen that. It goes straight through, and it has measurements right there. Let's just say we're going to do, that's 1 inch from the blade. So we can do a 1 inch cut right there. We know that the blade is right there. We're going to tighten that down. And as you can see, that cut just enough to cut through there. When this set first came out, it was $399. Now $400 for this particular setup. It's a pretty good deal. Carrying case, you got the tools, you got the batteries, you got everything you actually needed. But they had a Christmas sale, 2002. You got it for $299. Incredible sale. Now, there's so many woodworker magazines, as I was doing research on this, that were raving about it, telling people, you got to get out there, you got to go buy one because it's not going to last long. And guess what? It didn't last long. Now, Ryobi, as they've improved over the years, they've brought a lot of things back like this. Now they have the new Link mobile tool system. Now that is a very good system. But this is another type of system that I think a lot of that derived from. Now this is by far the most excited I've been about tools that I've found, because the history, the capabilities, the value, and that's the big thing right there, everyone. It's the value. When I started making these videos 4 years ago, I did it because of Ryobi and the value I got from the tools. And this is by far the best value that I've seen out there. I'm going to do a lot of videos about these. I'm going to do a lot of projects with these tools just to show you the capabilities if you use the lithium-ion batteries paired up with these tools. Everyone, that I hope that this was informative. I hope that this was entertainment. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. That really does help. I love subscribers. I love people watching the videos. It makes me think that I'm not wasting my time making the videos. And please share the video, because sharing is caring. And I know that you care, people. Show me that you care and share the video. And I really hope to see you on the next video. Take care, everybody.